Good afternoon and welcome to the College of Education's commencement ceremony. I welcome you today from the lobby of our Headco building, which sits on tribal lands of the Kalapuya. My name is Randy Camphouse, and as Dean of this great college, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduating class of 2021. How does one summarize your final year with us? It was a tough year. Like a few generations before you, your focus and concentration was tried by too many national tragedies, extreme politicalization, and global health challenges, all of which are ongoing. Adding to the challenges this year, some of you were directly affected by the tragic loss of family members to illness or crime, mistreatment because of your racial, ethnic, or linguistic background, or the general malaise that has set in as a result of isolation. I offer my deepest condolences to you, any of you who had to endure these occurrences, and I wish you healing. We, your college faculty and staff, have also been affected by the same challenges. Yet somehow, we have all persevered together. Thank you for moving forward with us, and for the grace and humility that allowed all of us to endure. Actually, we did far more than endure. Our college was again ranked as one of the best graduate schools in the nation by U.S. News in March, 5th among all public universities, and 14th overall. Our faculty research and scholarship was recognized nationally and internationally. For example, we were notified just this week that alumni professor Dr. Leslie Lev was selected for a visiting appointment at Cambridge University. Congratulations to Dr. Lev. And students applied to our academic programs in record numbers this year. You will have many more alumni colleagues in the years ahead, more College of Education ducks with whom to collaborate as you pursue your successful careers. Speaking of another successful year for our faculty, let's recognize them. As you, our graduates, know well, our faculty are among the world's best. As research university faculty, they are involved in the process of discovery and creating new knowledge. They are driving change through research. That's the benefit of attending a research university college of education like ours. Our faculty have literally created the curricula, assessments, policies, and practices of tomorrow. I congratulate our faculty, your mentors, and express our collective gratitude for their good work. Of course, all of you watching from home probably made some contribution to your favorite graduate's successful pursuit of their degree. You may have served as a caring parent, dedicated teacher or mentor, devoted sibling, best friend, committed spouse or partner, loving grandparent, or other significant role. It gives me great pleasure to also recognize these individuals. Now I get the honor of introducing our first speaker. Representing our undergraduate programs is Damian White Lightning, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Educational Foundations. After graduation, Damian is planning on attending graduate school back home at the University of Kansas. He will study linguistics in order to work on language preservation and revitalization of the Lakota language, his native language. Ultimately, he wants to help communities, both native and non-native, learn how to not only learn native languages, but also how to teach them to future generations of students.
Ambetu Washte, Damian Wakangliska Manchiapelo, Hung Papa Imataha. Good day, y'all. My name is Damian White Lightning. I'm Hung Papa Lakota of the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. I'm also an enrolled member of the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe of North and South Dakota. I want to first thank Dr. Allison Schmidtke for reaching out to me for this opportunity, and to also say how honored I am to be able to speak to you all today. I will preface this by saying I'm not the best public speaker, so please excuse me if I seem nervous. In high school, I made sure to be as genuine as possible in order to show people the real me, something I assume we were all told. That did connect with a few people over the years, which turned into a solid squad. As graduating for high school came closer, I was nervous and I was slowly gearing up to leave home and going to a school someplace I had never been before. Despite all those nerves, my family and friends made sure that wherever I went, that I would be making a lasting impact in someone's life in some way. If these genuine feelings and actions in high school got me out of there pretty okay, why wouldn't that work in college? Fast forward to a few weeks into college, I came to find that there are people who accepted me for who I am unapologetically. Just because from that instant positivity, I was able to feel less homesick in those first few months here. There was always someone to hype each other up, speak or hear people out, or just to give a compliment. Some of those interactions helped me form some of the friendships that I still have today. While in educational foundations, I've learned more of what it means to be a supportive community member to the various people that I belong to or connected with. Having a cohort of people that I get to work with all the time and grow as future educators with has made my overall college experience easier. Although I can't speak for everyone, hopefully you all feel the same. Now I feel comfortable having discussions on topics such as diversity, equity, inclusion, and being resourceful, thanks to the support of my peers and faculty. This past year, we all experienced a few different things, a few being racial inequality and a global pandemic. The one experience I wanted to bring up is how schooling went virtual this year. I know this past year, it was not for me. Whether you feel the same or not, I just want to take a second to acknowledge where we're at right now. For most of us, this is a big life accomplishment, and we should treat it as such. Even through all the share screen issues, general Zoom awesomeness problems that we've all been through, we all showed perseverance as a community. Now, before I finish, I want to leave you all with just one thing. Continue being supportive to those who have yet to find their voice, because there is many people in our past that helped us find ours and continue to find ours today. Thank you for all the work that you have done, are doing, and will do in the future. Please know that those around you, including myself, will always be here with you. Thank you, and best of luck to the future.
Thank you, Damien, for those remarks. Now I get to introduce our graduate student speaker, Brian Rojas Arauz. Brian is graduating with a PhD in counseling psychology. Brian will be starting a postdoctoral fellowship at Reaching Hope, a nonprofit community health agency in Denver, Colorado. He will be working as a bilingual trauma psychologist, supervisor, and trainer. And he will be starting a culturally responsive, trauma-focused Spanish services program. He will also be finishing his first co-authored book, Taking Action, Creating Social Change Through Strength, Solidarity, Strategy, and Sustainability, and working on a documentary centered on detention, immigrant stories, and cooking as a form of healing. A very busy person. Most important, Brian will be spending time with his lovely partner, Dr. Darian Combs, their dogs, family, and friends.
Go Ducks! Mamá, papá, Chino, Mamá Urania y el resto de la familia. Esto para ustedes. Congrats, class of 2021. Hopefully, I was able to successfully defend my dissertation yesterday. Otherwise, it is a pleasure to be the student speaker at your graduation. I was asked to tell you a story that you could connect with. Instead, I'm going to recite a poem that hopefully tells many of our stories. Reflect on this year and wrap things up by doing a little call and response. It says, Hall passes. Charting my future was as uncertain as a game of Russian roulette. How could I ever win a race without ever getting ahead? My future consisted of the culmination of the rest of my life, which in my neighborhood, it could not have been longer than 18 years old. The neighborhood I grew up in, turning 18 was considered an accomplishment. Getting a high school diploma was a dream come true. And because I had done both, I was convinced that I was living a dream. Course after course, I memorized what I had been told to. However, I still didn't know the value of X. I wish someone would have told me that X could have been anything that I ever wanted. That my future, like the pieces of a puzzle, will all end up fitting together. For ignorance is not bliss. The fear of being found ignorant made me pretend that I knew better. And before they discovered that I had no idea what X was, I regurgitated the formula I had memorized from my last test and simply said I knew that Y equals X. And X was firefighting because I didn't know anything else. And even though I really didn't know why, at least I could give them an answer. I didn't think I could be more. I didn't have permission to dream that big. I didn't know why not. An equation too advanced for my remedial math skills. Education was like the horizon, close enough to be real, but too far to grasp or attain. The hall pass given to me by a counselor who believed in me more than I did myself allowed me to make it to a 4-year institution. But even then, I was lost in translation. Yet no one ever stopped to see if the Spanish-English dictionary in my back pocket had the correct translation of the word education. The irony of it all, regardless of the language, I still didn't have a definition. Seconds turned into hours and days. Not knowing my purpose, I Googled it and got no results. I continued to run without a finish line, trying to envision something I couldn't see. In between classes, psychology, volunteer work, 3 jobs, a dog, a snake, taking care of my little brother. I was adrift in responsibility, now dreamless. Going to class to fall asleep in the back row was the only moment I was able to chase my dreams. Century, from the Latin centum, meaning 100, abbreviated C. I no longer recall the 500 words that got me into graduate school. Between the GRE and a PhD, for CBT to MBTI, was vanishing in an alphabet soup that told me who I was supposed to be and what I was expected to look, sound, and act like. Making me realize that instead of a search for degree, I was still in a search for me. Now I have found it. I know I am more than a quota, so please do quote me on that. I am more than the color of my skin or the ink on it that does not reflect the images of a scholar. I am more than what you see, and I refuse to let anybody else define who I am or who I'll be. It is time to redefine what it means to be a doctor, counselor, advocate, author, ally, and dreamer. I know what I want to be. I want to be a hall pass giver, dream chaser, and believer, because without them, I would have never made it here. Thank you. This was not the way that any one of us envisioned our time ending at the U of O. This year has been full of so much loss, pain, and struggle. But it has also been a reminder of our perseverance, our ability to connect and to resist. We showed up for each other in ways that we never had to before. It also gave us a chance to show up for ourselves in ways maybe we had never been given permission to. We might have picked up a few hobbies along the way, realized that society, we could be more flexible than they let us believe, that we were more powerful than they ever cared to find out. We have hopefully learned how to show up for ourselves differently moving forward. We learned that when we had nothing at all but hope to hold on to, that it was what happens in these hallways that was most important. It was educators, storytellers, healers, visionaries who held us together when no one else could. It was realizing that all along we had the skills necessary to be great to one another. And it was within that we found humanity in each other. So please repeat after me. En la Kesha Lakin, tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Si te amo y respeto, if I love and respect you, me amo y me respeto yo. I love and respect myself. For the many questions we're yet to ask, for the many answers we're yet to find, And for the many lives we're yet to change, keep the faith. Go Ducks!
Thank you, Brian, for your remarks and for your insights. Now let's commence with graduation. I will call on each of our 4 academic department heads who will present us with their candidates for graduation. Our department heads presenting their graduates are Dr. Beth Stormshack, Philip H. Knight Chair and Head of the Department of Counseling, Psychology, and Human Services. Next, Dr. Keith Zvach, Professor and Head of the Department of Educational Methodology, Policy, and Leadership. Then, Dr. Jennifer Huseman, Professor and Head of the Department of Education Studies. And finally, Dr. Laura Lee McIntyre, Professor and Head of the Department of Special Education and Clinical Sciences.
Well, hello, graduates of Counseling, Psychology, and Human Services. Welcome to our virtual graduation. I want to congratulate all the graduates from Counseling, Psychology, and Human Services, including graduates from our undergraduate degree, Family and Human Services, our master's degrees in Couples and Family Therapy and Prevention Science, and our doctoral degree programs in Prevention Science and Counseling Psychology. This year has been a difficult one for so many of us around the world. The pandemic has exemplified our societal problems such as systemic racism, health disparities, and social injustice. The graduates of this department will bring hope to our future, as you will focus on solving these issues and bringing hope to many people through your work in social services, mental health prevention, and community health. Dean Camphouse, I now present to you the qualified graduates from the Department of Counseling, Psychology, and Human Services, class of 2021.
Greetings. I am Keith Savach, Department Head for Educational Methodology, Policy, and Leadership. I'm here today to congratulate all of our graduates for persisting and succeeding through these difficult times this year, showing your adaptability and your ambition. Getting through this year ensures that you'll be successful in the future. I would also like to thank all of the faculty and staff in EMPL for pulling together and making this year a success, even given the challenges. Dean Camphouse, I now present to you the qualified graduates from the Department of Educational Methodology, Policy, and Leadership of the class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. As the department head for Education Studies, I know I speak for the faculty, staff, and GEs that have worked with you over the last year. We are so proud of you. It has been a hard year, and you have shown grace, adaptability, and strength of character. Thank you. We have so enjoyed working with you. We know that you have a hard journey ahead. You're going to graduate school, you're going to teach students, you're going to be administrators, but we know you're going to do great. You have the strategies and skills necessary to handle these challenges. I look forward to hearing about all of your successes, your hardships, and your joys over your coming career. Dean Camphouse, I now present to you the highly qualified graduates from the Department of Education Studies, class of 2021.
Hello, my name is Laura Lee McIntyre, and it's a pleasure to serve as the department head of the Special Education and Clinical Sciences Department. In the department, we train future speech and language pathologists, special educators, early interventionists, and school psychologists. We have a large undergraduate program, a vibrant master's program, and we have over 100 students graduating this year in our master's program, and 17 doctoral students across the programs graduating this year. I'm so proud of each one of them. The creativity, the hard work, and dedication that this group of students has shown, despite the challenges of the pandemic and the social and political climate and racial violence and unrest, boy, it's been quite a year. But through it all, our students and faculty have remained steadfast and committed to engaging in high-quality teaching and learning. When public schools shut down, our teacher prep programs moved to remote practicum and fieldwork. Our HEDCO clinic shifted to a telehealth model, and our students continue to serve scores of clients in our community at record numbers. Through it all, we've come together and we've stayed together, like ducks do. This year's graduating spec students deserve our congratulations. Dean Camphouse, I now present to you the qualified graduates of the Department of Special Education and Clinical Sciences, Class of 2021.
Challenging, beneficial, supportive teachers, enjoyable.
I would say it's been rewarding, productive, fun, challenging at times, and weird, mainly this last year.
5 words to describe my college experience: irreplaceable, adventurous, thrilling, rewarding, and unique.
And 5 words to describe my college experience are happiness, adventurous, unforgettable, long nights, and beautiful.
The U of O is growth, advocacy, community, and compassion.
Class of 2021, I am now pleased to introduce our next speaker, a double duck, Carol D.C. Durham-Kelly. Earned her master's in counseling, family, and human services in 2003 and went on to earn her PhD in counseling psychology in 2005. Recently named CEO of Richmond, California's Rubicon Programs, she's working to alleviate poverty and confront the systems that perpetuate inequity in communities of color. As a Black female psychologist raised in Richmond, she is committed to the mission of reducing stigma around mental health and increasing access to and utilization of medical and mental health services in communities of color and those chronically enduring trauma and loss. DC, welcome.
Greetings, College of Education scholars and graduates. Congratulations on your commencement day. My name is Carol Durham-Kelly, graduating cohort in Counseling Psychology PhD program 2005. 2005. I'm so excited to be here with you today on this special day of achievement and accomplishment, wishing you the very best as you are sitting and thinking about your next chapter. As I was preparing a couple of words or reflecting on what I wanted to share today, I was recalling 16 years ago when I was sitting in your seat, when I was full of excitement, of pride. It was a celebration. My family was in town. So much pride. California girl completing her PhD program and getting ready to go home. And the private side of that excitement was I was unsure. I was like, hold on, wait, what's next? I was uncertain if I had gotten all that I needed. Was I going to be successful? Was I going to, be able to take all that I had learned and apply it back at home in my community in Richmond, California? Was I going to be successful? Was really the question. Was I ready? Well, I'm here to assure you and to offer reassurance that you have what you need, that you are ready, that you have what it takes, that you will go on and do great things after this chapter. College of Education, I can say with confidence, prepares you for the world. And that's not a given. There are a lot of colleagues that we will encounter that have degrees, that have formal training, and they are not ready. One thing that I can say about you, not even knowing you, but what I can say with some confidence about you and the training that you've just completed, is that the College of Education attracts a particular type of student, a particular type of scholar. All the degree programs and the communities that are built while you are going through your degree program, they really attract students who have compassion and heart at their center. So trust and believe, as long as you continue to pursue your career with the foundation and your degree that you've earned today, as well as that heart and that compassion and your why, you will do great things. Stay rooted in your why. Continue to remember and remind yourself why you chose this path in the first place. Why you? Why are you the best person to do this great work, this necessary work in our schools and in our systems and in our counseling centers? Why you? You know why. You know why you're the best person for this work. So I want you to stay grounded in that. Be confident that you have what you need and you will continue to do great things and create change. So congratulations to you and cheers.
Thank you, DC. We ask College of Education alumni for their words of advice for our new graduates. I know that you will find some valuable wisdom in their messages. Welcome, graduates, to our alumni flock.
I am proud of you, each and every one of you. And remember, we need you. We needed you yesterday. Our children across this nation need you. Welcome to the educational team.
21, Travis Chalk here, CEO of Baseballism and also College of Education grad in 2006. My one piece of advice for you is go to a place that supports you and respects you as a person, because the kids will love you no matter where you go. Go Ducks!
Congratulations, graduating class of 2021. My name is David Chard. I'm the Dean of Boston University's Wheelock College of Education and Human Development and a 1995 graduate of the Special Education Program at the University of Oregon. My advice to you as you graduate today is to know yourself, know what fuels you, and then pursue that for the rest of your career. It's what will sustain you in good times and in bad times. Go Ducks!
Congratulations, my colleagues. Two things I want you to think about: symbolism and superheroes. The symbolism of the duck is to be in the now, for this is where all of your power exists and is available to you. No matter where you land or lead in this wonderful field of education, be a superhero to your students. Be a subject matter expert in your area of study, and use those powers symbolized by the duck and the skills and the competencies and the attitudes and the demeanor that you learned from the faculty. Go Ducks!
It's an honor to congratulate the class of 2021. You've all distinguished yourselves as accomplished students and very talented new educators. You are now ready and well equipped to take on the great joys and unique challenges of post-pandemic education in America. Good luck and go Ducks!
It is an extraordinary achievement and privilege to now hold a degree in the field of education and psychology. I can only imagine how challenging it must have been to obtain these degrees during a global pandemic. You are entering our field during an incredibly dynamic time where you have the opportunity to instill hope and institute growth, humility, and change in our fellow students and clients.
Undergraduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left to signify the completion of your degree. On behalf of our faculty, staff, alumni, donors, President Schill, Provost Phillips, our University Board of Trustees, and the entire university community, I congratulate you, the members of the class of 2021. Following the conclusion of this ceremony, please continue to watch as student-created graduation slides will be played. Finally, I would like to thank everyone involved with the production of this commencement ceremony. Good job all. Thanks for watching. Be well, and go Ducks.